Hi everyone, my name's Steven and welcome to my little library of horrors. So a little about myself. As I said, my name's Steven. I'm 34 and I collect horror books. I've been collecting and reading for about 8 years now, and I have close to 600, maybe even 700 books at this point in my library. That's just kind of like a small glimpse right there. My hardcovers that I don't have shelf space for right now. They're like 2 rows back now. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of post, as my first video, a haul that I got today, which is actually a really good one. I got to stop by a local bookstore for the first time. So I'm always kind of busy. I have 3 kids, so I'm always usually pretty busy. But today I managed to get some rare free time and stopped in and got some pretty good stuff. It was a lot of stuff in it. The way it was organized was alphabetically by author, so I usually hunt by title. I can usually tell a little bit better by that way. Unless it's like my favorite authors like Jack Ketchum or Robert McCammon or, Stephen King or anybody like that. I can usually point them out, no problem. But some of the rarest stuff I usually look for by title rather than author. But that's neither here nor there. But, I kind of browsed for a bit. I found about 3 books that way. And then as I was checking out, I noticed a sign that said there was more books downstairs. And she had a list of all the genres that were down there. And I saw horror, and I was like, oh, cool. And she was closing in about 15 minutes. But she was nice, and she let me go down and browse, take a quick browse. And I made out pretty well. So, let me see. One of the first things I got was Dark Silence by Rick Hautala. I'm probably going to butcher some of these because I've never heard them out loud. But I really love Rick's covers. I think he has some of the best covers in the game. Like, one of the only other books I have by him, I think it's Cold Whisper. Super cool cover. It's a lenticular cover, so it has like a girl looking into a mirror, and it shows her face, and then if you show it a certain different way, then it shows a demon's face. But haven't read anything by him. I'd like to change that this year. But yeah, was super excited to at least find one of his books. Usually his stuff's harder to find, so I was pretty excited about that. The next thing I was really excited to find were these 2, Lair and Domain by James Herbert. I am still looking for a copy of Rats. I really, really want a copy of Rats. Yeah, it's just hard to come by. I know I can go online and buy it, but I prefer to find my stuff out in the wild. I think it's a lot more fun. I just think it adds a whole lot more to my collection, personally. I collect more to kind of preserve horror literature in the future, especially with how Kindle and Audible and things like that, are definitely gaining more and more popularity. So, and you never know. Just never know. But anyway, yeah, I was really excited to find these. So yeah, can knock off at least the 2 sequels to Rats off my collection, but unfortunately, still no Rats. Huge phobia of mine as well, by the way. I think that's one of the first stories to ever give me nightmares was Graveyard Shift by Stephen King. Story about giant sewer rats, super creepy, totally gave me nightmares. Next I picked up this one I've never heard of, is Berserker by Frank Spearing. I saw this in a bin that was in the back. It wasn't really labeled in a specific genre, so to say. It was kind of near the fiction and science fiction, well, science fiction and fantasy, but yeah, looked pretty cool. And it was $2, so can't say no to that. This is another one, The Taking by Donald Beeman. Cover kind of has like that nice pop-out feeling to it, which is pretty cool. Never heard of it, but, it's horror, so. And again, I think it was like $2. nothing wrong with that. Picked up this, The Island by Peter Benchley. I think I already have a copy, but this one's definitely in much better condition than the one I have. And like I said, I want to preserve, so doesn't hurt to have, you know, a better copy to have. Always nice to have a reader copy, trading copy, never know. Plus, I have no self-control, so. This one was also something I was really excited to pick up, was The Tomb by F. Paul Wilson. I don't know if this one's featured in Paperbacks from Hell alongside The Keep. But I don't have anything by him in my collection until now. So, again, $2 for that. So, definitely pretty cool. I'm happy about that. This one is also another one I'm really excited about. It's Raptor Red by Robert T. Backer. And I'll see. Yeah, there's a lenticular effect on that. Definitely pretty awesome. So it's essentially Jurassic Park from the view of the dinosaur. Haven't read it, but yeah, I already had a copy, but as you can see, definitely not in the best condition with that huge crease down the cover. So this one's much, much better. I'll be able to get that one wrapped in some plastic and tossed on my shelf. So happy about that. Let's see. Oh, next I found, Transformation by Whitley Strieber. Yeah, I think this is the direct sequel to Communion, which I also have. Little fun fact about Communion, actually. This image right here is where we get what the most common image of aliens in media is today, is from Whitley's book. I used to love aliens as a kid. I'm still a believer. I totally think aliens exist and all of that. It used to terrify me as a kid. Me and my cousin used to stay up late and watch these shows about, you know, people who experience aliens invading their homes and abductions and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Always just kind of a soft spot for me for aliens. So, pretty excited to add that. They had the two other ones, but I was trying to be good. I did have a little self-control, but I'll explain why that doesn't really matter at the end of the video. But next, this is probably my favorite find of the day, and that is Seed of Evil by Edmund Plant. Nice play on his name there. Yeah, I picked up the sequel, Garden of Evil, I think last summer as a matter of fact, because I love the cover. I think the cover is like probably one of my favorites in my collection, and it pops out really nice too. But yeah, super excited to have found the first one in the I want to say it's a series. I think there's 3 in the series. I don't really remember. But yeah, this is going online for like anywhere from like $30 to $40, even $50 for a really good copy. And I think this is honestly a very good plus condition. Like, the spine's not the greatest, but the front cover is, you know, almost near flawless, to be honest. Yeah, small crease here and there. So, got it for $2. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, that was easily my favorite find of the day. Definitely freaked when I found that. Next, I found a hardcover of Billy by Whitley Strieber. I picked up the paperback a couple months ago, I think. And it has a really nice die-cut cover here. I'll try to show it off here. Yeah, definitely pretty cool. But yeah, I heard this was actually really, really good. Someone told me that this was like his last book before Communion, before he like kind of went off the deep end. But, yeah, pretty excited to have found the hardcover. I really like the cover on both of them, to be honest. Like, I think they're both really, really, you know, eye-grabbing. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see. I also found a hardcover copy of A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay. This is honestly one of my favorite books. I think this is a really original take on exorcisms. Yeah, I think it's awesome. It takes place close to my hometown. I've met Paul before at a book signing when he wrote, when Growing Things released, the book right after this. I got to meet him and chat with him and get his autograph and stuff. Super nice guy. Definitely recommend supporting him, grabbing his stuff. Yeah, definitely a book to read. If you're looking for something, a good Exorcist book, absolutely recommend. This was a 5-star read for me. Definitely. Picked this up as well. Moon by James Herbert. Again, I don't really have too much of his stuff in my collection. Changed that today, obviously, but yeah, not too crazy of a cover or anything, but you know. And then my last grab for the day isn't horror, but again, I'm really excited to grab, was A Magica by Clive Barker, and it's the first book. I grabbed book 2 a long time ago. I want to say a year ago, maybe 2 years ago even at that point. Yeah, could never find the first one, and changed that today. This was $3. But yeah, it's got the very nice pop-out cover and everything. But yeah, so that was my haul for today. Overall, I spent about $40, which is pretty average from what I would spend if I were to go to, say, like Savers or something, especially since their prices have gotten insane for books, and their selection isn't really that great anymore. Seems like they kind of slimmed down the selection of books they have and just jack the prices up on them. But, yeah, the cool thing at the end of all of that was the woman told me that someone had brought in a whole horror collection, and she had about 40 more books she was going to shelve tomorrow. So I have a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to bring in for store credit tomorrow, and hopefully I will be posting another video next week about, and hopefully I'll have a good haul. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.